Oh, I'm sorry. 5 stars.
It was hard, but get over it.
Get over that. But like seriously, though.
Well,
like,
yeah.
A dinosaur egg-sized announcement, if you will.
That's what our podcast is all about.
Welcome to the Besties in the Books podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Ashley. And today we are continuing on our Plated Prisoner journey. Our first deep dive series of 2026. Today we are covering Glint, which is book 2 in this Raven Kennedy series. If you didn't know, this series consists of 6 books. So this is why this is a doozy. We're really, committing right here to our full deep dive. We started with Gild, book 1, of course. That's where you start. And then, in case you missed it, we had a special interview with narrator Anthony Palomini. So we'll have that link down below if you want to listen on into that, because he is the voice of the famous King Ravenger, as well as some others. So you definitely want to check that one out. He does Kingfisher and Quicksilver Brimstone, Rhysand in the dramatized. I can't ever say the word. Dramatized. That's not it. Help me out. Friend.
Dramatized version of the ACOTAR series. So definitely give that interview a listen. So today we're going to be continuing on this journey. We're so excited. I know. Literally, though, like so excited. I'm trying to do this thing where I'm responsible and I make all my notes and I map everything out ahead of time before I start the next book, because that's where we encounter the problems. Okay?
Therein lies the rub.
Yeah. Where I'm just like, you guys know, it's like they'll all eventually glob into one gigantic book, and I'll be like, where did this one end? Where did this one start? Like, and then we start getting into like more of the really important details that then get like mushed together. So I'm doing good. And today I get to start book 3 and I'm so excited. So yeah, it's going well.
Yes.
It's going
in case
very
you guys
well.
didn't, in case you don't, just to remind you, this is a partial reread for me. So I've read through book 3 plus 20% of 4. Don't remember it, whatever. So right now is a reread. Liz, this is a full reread. So, I'll drop off in that journey and everything will be new to me. So I'll be joining some of you guys in that.
And I did want to say, I can't obviously tell you. I'm going to tell you something important, but also it will not have any important information because I can't tell you anything important. So buckle up.
That's what our podcast is all about.
We talk for an hour and a half and say nothing. Here you go.
Great.
So there's a little section at the end of these episodes where we do talk about potential Easter eggs for future episodes. We give you a spoiler warning. Don't worry about it. Okay. I will say this. There was, upon my reread of book 2, which is the one that we're covering today, good old Glint, okay, there is a huge Easter egg that I found that I cannot mention to any one of you.
Oh, I know, because that's hard, because it's not like I can earmuff, because I literally edit these, so I'll hear it at some point.
Yeah. So you can't know, no one can know, but I know, and it's eating me up inside that I can't tell you guys until probably book 5, I think. So,
oh man, okay, well, if you want to talk about it, because Liz needs to talk about it, somebody DM Liz, okay?
Please.
You can DM her at The Real Life Vegan Wife, or even Besties in the Books. No, don't do Besties in the Books podcast,
because you might look at it,
Yeah. So DM Liz if you've read through book 5, if you need to talk about it also, because she found an Easter egg in book 2 and she needs to tell somebody.
It's like this big. Like my arms are like as stretched out as they can get. It's the biggest Easter egg.
It's like a, what would you say? What kind of fish? A marlin?
No, it's a dinosaur egg. Like
a dinosaur egg.
It's a dinosaur egg
Easter
size.
egg. I don't know why I went to fish when we're talking about eggs, but
I mean, fish have eggs. Right?
Well, yeah, that's very
but
small.
But they're really tiny.
I found a little tiny fish egg nugget.
Yeah.
A dinosaur egg bomb.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that big.
Oh, dang it.
I know.
Dang it.
I know.
I really don't like to get spoiled, but I also wish I could know. I wish I could know it and then delete it in my head.
Me too. But I'm zipping that lip and I'm not ruining this for you. So, hey, have you guys reread Glint and picked up on a huge dinosaur size egg Easter egg? If so, DM me because I need to talk about it. Anyway,
moving on.
Oh, man. Okay, moving on up in this city. Let's go.
So, first 15 minutes of the episode will be spoiler-free. As per usual, we'll give you our star rating, spice rating. And then we'll move into the spoiler section, starting with the 5-sentence summary, and then break down our favorite themes, tropes, etc. from there. But before we get into that, we just wanted to say thank you so much for being here.
Seriously, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and your book to come and hang out with us. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you like to listen to favorite podcasts, including YouTube. And we're also on Instagram and TikTok. That's Besties in the Books podcast everywhere, except Fable, which is our virtual book club landing spot. You can search Besties in the Book Club there.
And we've got the Plated Prisoner series on there. We're rolling those books out as we read them and release them, so you can read and follow along with the discussions for books 1 and 2 at this time. So enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy it. Yeah.
So, Ashley,
Liz,
we are foregoing our fave and fail of the week for just a big favorite announcement.
sorry if I scared you listeners out there.
A dinosaur egg-sized announcement, if you will.
Yes.
Okay. What say ye?
What say ye? You guys, we have officially been invited and accepted the invitation to Romantasy BookCon Los Angeles 2026. This is a huge, huge goal that we've had. We are so excited, so honored, so grateful. What are we going to be doing there, Liz?
Well, we're going to be hosting 2 author panels. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. Hey, guys, Kaylee Smith is going to be on one of our panels.
Oh, you know, they couldn't have picked better panels for us to host with the themes. Let me just say, you guys.
It's so true.
Oh,
yeah.
My gosh.
So one of them is going to be about mixing romantasy and horror. So that's the one with Kaylee Smith, which, as you guys know, since we read them for book club, Phantasma, Enchantra. And then the other panel is going to be about essentially like world building, like expert level world building. And one of the authors on that panel is going to be Laura Thalassa, I think is how you say her last name. She's the one who wrote Pestilence that we also read for book club. So I think there's going to be 4 authors on each panel. So we've got a lot to catch you guys up on once we all is said and done. I'm so excited because we'll be able to bring back so much fun stuff to share. But yeah, so we'll be hosting those 2 panels. And then they actually just asked us to host something else. What is it?
There will be an inflatable dragon race on one of the nights. And they asked if we'd be interested in emceeing said dragon race. And I emphatically said, absolutely, we will. Okay. So we are so excited. If you are going, please look for us. We would love it if you come and said hello. If you're interested in still going, as far as filming right now, there are still some ticket levels available. Yes. So you can check that out. It's going to be at the Biltmore in Los Angeles. We went last year and had such a blast. We went as regular attendees last year to see what the scene was. It was our first book con, so we set it. We loved it so much. We obviously set it as our goal to be able to at least host one panel. So when this offer came through, we were so excited. We've been on a high ever since. Yeah. I was sick last week, and you know what? That's what got me better. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I mean, so really, it's like I was texting Ashley about when we got the email. We had just finished filming our episode where we talked about what our 2026 goals were. And literally it was the next day, I think, or something like that. You were like, check the email. We checked the email. I was like, we already, I think it was the 7th of the month or something, not even a week. And I was like, oh, we've already hit a major goal for 2026 and it's been a week. How cool is that? So thank you guys, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do this. So seriously, so cool. So cool.
Seriously. Oh my gosh.
Come dance with us.
Thank the Academy. Yeah, come dance with us. Come have a ball. Come have a ball. Have a ball. We gotta wear ball gowns. Come on. Ball gown. Let's go. So excited.
Ball gown. I know.
So excited to see some friends that we made last year again. Yes. Meet some more of you guys, some more authors, just so many amazing things. It's such a vibe. If we have a whole romantasy BookCon review on our channel too that we did a few weeks after we went, and just what a vibe it is. It's such a safe space for lovers of fantasy, romance, everything. Everybody's just having a good time, and so we're so excited.
Yeah. No, what I said was like literally ever since Wicked, every time I think of a ball gown, now I just think ball gown.
Ball gown.
Ball
exactly.
gown.
Ball gown.
I'm like,
ball
it's
gown.
like just in my brain forever now. So that's great. But yeah.
Yeah.
So on that note, we'll be bringing you all of the info from that later on. But let's get into Plated Prisoner Book 2, Glint. Let's do it. Let's give
go.
the people our spoiler-free star and spice rating.
Yes.
Okay.
I think I went first last time, so you go ahead and take the wheel.
Oh, I'm sorry. 5 stars. I think at this point it's just gonna be like, do you even need to ask me anymore? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's 5 stars. Hey.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm curious to hear your take on this because it is very much a journey story, which I know sometimes cannot be your favorite. So we'll see.
I can hate a good journey story.
You can hate a good journey story. Indeed.
Yeah.
I love a good journey story. So it tracks. The first time I read this, I rated it a 5 star. I did go back and look at it because I was curious to see if it would be the same rating. This time it was an emphatic 5 stars again. I felt like the storytelling was excellent. Without giving anything away, the growth of Arin, our main character in this book, is huge and is kind of the main point of this book, I think. And I love the way that it's written. And again, Raven Kennedy with those last lines there at the end. Screaming. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
We're 2-0 for amazing
Ending.
final sentences in these books so far.
Dude. Literally.
Keep it coming.
So yeah, 5 stars, resounding 5 stars. I did rate this a 2 spice. Again, it's not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, we'll talk about it.
Do you think it should be more or less?
I don't remember any spice.
There is a scene it's not between the main characters. It's between side characters. I don't want to give anything away, but I think a 2 is pretty solid when I thought about it. Yeah.
Great. We'll talk about it in the spoiler section.
I will say
Oh, okay. I remember now. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So 2.
Yeah.
I would think 2 because the frequency is minimal, obviously, but it is an open door explicit scene.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It is consensual though, so that does make it different than book 1 in that way. Okay. It might not be between the people we want it to be between, but it is consensual. So hey, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So progress. So what did you rate this book?
Well, okay. So when I first read this, so a little background, right? If you remember from the first episode, I struggled with the first 2 books in this series. So hopefully this will give you guys some hope out there who are also struggling with these first 2 books. It all changed with book 3. However, with the reread, everything changed. Okay. So my first time I read it, it was probably a 3 or 4 star. I don't know. I was struggling with the journey, everything felt like it dragged. Now rereading it and I know where things are going. It's a 5 star, baby. So now it didn't feel like it dragged this time. So it might've been a me problem last year. I don't know. It might've been because I was struggling with the characters. And now because I know that this is just the groundwork being laid down, the bricks, if you will. I am obsessed. I see you characters, and I love you, and you're great. Well, some of you suck, but that's all right too, and woo!
Yeah.
Woo! 5 stars.
It's a journey story, but it's not a journey to nowhere. It's a journey to somewhere important.
I know when I read it the first time, I felt like, when are they going to get to where they're going? They're just at these camps, and Arin's just running around the camp the whole time. And here we go. This time, I could see the intention with every action. It didn't feel meaningless anymore.
Yeah, and I even highlighted it because I think in the Fable chat, one of the comments was, wow, I feel like a lot has transpired in such a very short time. And they actually say at one point that it was 2 months. So this book takes place during the course of 2 months. And I thought that was really useful because it really helped to put things in perspective. A lot can happen in 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone was wondering.
Then when I got to that part, I was like, geez, that was only 2 months, or that was already 2 months. Like, cause exactly. Cause so much happened.
So much happened. Yeah. Cause
and it didn't feel like it dragged at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think that was the perfect amount of time for what happened to happen. Okay. That being said, should we get into the spoiler section with our 5-sentence summary?
Let's go. Imagine I have symbols. Crash, crash, crash. golden symbols. Okay. Spoilers up ahead. If you don't want to hear anything else about book 2, you can save this to your playlist, listen to it later when you finish the book and catch up, and then keep on keeping on, baby.
All right, let's go. Let's
Go time.
go. All right. Just a little light gong just to get us in the mood. Okay. So, 5-sentence summary of Glint by Raven Kennedy. Arin and the rest of the Saddles are traveling with all of Fourth Kingdom's soldiers to Ranhold Castle with the intention of confronting Midas and using her as a bargaining chip. However, Commander Rip lets Arin sleep in his own tent, and everyone seems to be treating her fairly well for a prisoner, even Rip's Wrath, or his right-hand warriors, Lou, Osric, and Judd, who even help her start training to fight using her ribbons.
1.
Back in Sixth Kingdom, Melina essentially steals back the throne in Tyndall's absence, convinces Lady Helena to support her ruling, and is working on convincing the other nobles to support her right to the throne. However, in her attempt to gain the peasants' favor, they turn on her and blame her for their poverty. And on Melina's way back from her failed humanitarian stunt, I put that in quotes, she runs into someone named Loth Pruin, whose carriage was in their path, who's someone who collects rare and priceless items and who can show someone how to gain their greatest desire using his magic. He does so, and magically a map to the Seventh Kingdom appears. That was destroyed hundreds of years ago?
2.
Rissa and Arin make a deal that Rissa will keep Arin's secret, that she got some of Midas's power when he gilded her, and now she can turn things to gold. Sometimes. If Arin gets her enough gold for her to buy her own freedom as soon as they get to Fifth Kingdom. Arin also finds out Mist is pregnant with Tyndall's baby.
3. Ooh.
Yeah. Arin accidentally throws Hojat, the healer, across the room with her ribbons when he startled her, and interrupts a training exercise in which Rip makes her fight him, causing her to release some of her power. And she admits she's Fae and actually from Anwin. Afterward, Rip kisses her when he catches her sending a messenger bird to Midas, even though Midas already knew and he did nothing to retrieve her. And she's left bewildered by it, so Rip offers her a place to stay in his kingdom, but she rejects it, still wanting to go back to Midas.
4. Arin!
Fourth Army surrounds Ranhold Castle and is poised to attack when Midas asks for Arin in exchange for a meeting with him. Arin is promptly reunited with Midas, who apologizes profusely and promises to keep her safe by keeping her trapped inside an even smaller and darker cage. She panics and tries to free herself, accidentally turning her body double to gold, before Midas locks her in his room and leaves to make a deal with Commander Rip that his army will depart in exchange for Deadwell, a remote mountain town that no one wants, and in the last second, King Ravager busts into Midas's rooms, finds Arin, and introduces himself as Slade. Rip and King Rot are one and the same. So freaking good. So freaking good. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, listen, when you know what's going to happen and it's better.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something so satisfying about that, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you could do a reread and you're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. I knew that. No, this was still getting me good.
Getting me good around every turn. That's why I'm so excited for book 3, because we know what happens. And ooh.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for it. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
It's go time.
Okay, so why don't we just kick it off with 3 tropes that you loved?
Yeah. All right. Well, enemies to friends. Basically with everyone in Fourth Kingdom.
Yeah.
I
had that on there too.
Yeah. Great. She's scared of everybody. They're awesome. So, hey.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hidden identity, obviously.
Literally,
Hidden
I
powers.
put that one too.
I mean, hey, it's like there aren't a lot of traditional tropes, I would say, in this one, since it's very much like a journey of kind of a little bit of self-discovery.
Yeah.
So it's not a surprise that we love the same things.
Yeah.
I mean, hello, that moment. I think I remember being surprised when it was, okay, this is what it was. Okay. I remember everybody talking about Slade before I read this, right? Everybody's like, Slade, 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 ooh. And I'm just like, where's the Slade guy? You know? Because at first you're like, is this Midas? This guy sucks. And then, okay, must not be him. Okay, is this Rip? Maybe that's his first name. Maybe it's Ravenger, King Rot, aka.
Yeah.
You know? And it's both of them. What could be better?
Yeah.
What could be better than one, but two in one?
For sure. Hidden identity.
Yeah. And of course, Horrid's. Oren's secret identity, you know, it's unraveling right now. We know she's had it, so now it's unraveling, and we know she's from this place. So, loving that. And then the last one I put is character development. So even though we still have a long way to go with Oren, the veil has been cracked. She can see her cage for what it is, and I'm ready. It's go time.
Yep. So yeah, I put hidden identity and chosen one. So kind of same thing. Because like not only did we obviously figure out who Ravenger, Slade, Rip are, right? It's like we're also figuring out, that Oren is full fae. She's told us. She's from Anwin. We're not really sure exactly how her history has all played out yet. Like we're still waiting to find that out. Enemies to friends, of course. I love the wrath. Like literally that plays into my third one, which is found family, because we're going there, and I love Lou. I love Osric. I freaking love, is it Judd?
Judd.
Yeah.
Judd.
I always forget his name. But yeah, it's like they're all great, and I feel like the dynamic that they have with each other, and then with, quote unquote Commander Rip, is like just so funny, because they're all just friends, and she's thinking like, oh, they must all fear him and hate him, and they're like, actually they super respect him, but they're all buddies too, which it's the best. It's the best.
It's like what we love about so many fantasy things, so many found family and fantasy. It's what we love, and we love to see it. So good.
Yes. So what about a trope that you hated or maybe didn't love?
Oh, hated, although it was necessary. I want to change a thing. Betrayal. Midas's final betrayal. Throwing her in there.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about that, but during parts that we didn't like, because I feel like I have a lot to say about that. But yeah, I put actually... more so with like the saddles, I just put women hating each other over a dude. I freaking hate it. I hate it so much. I get it, especially in this circumstance, because there's a lot at stake, right? But it's just, it makes me so mad dealing with like all the cattiness of how much they hate her, when it's like she's trying to help you too. Like she's doing the best she can. She's also a prisoner. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah. But then they see special treatment from their eyes with her again.
Totally.
She's not in there with them.
Yeah. So it's a both and situation, but it does bother me sometimes, like especially with Mist, where I'm like, girl, why you gotta be so mean? But then we find out what's going on with her, and you're like, oh no, not good.
Yeah, totally.
So what about like a micro trope that you liked or disliked?
I don't know how to word this. Maybe there's a word for it. You let me know. Like giving space to grow. Like I like that nobody's forcing Oren to see her cage for what it is, right? Because they also don't really know what's going on, but they kind of like just are guiding her. The whole friend group that's forming, and Rip, they're not forcing her to look it in the mirror yet. So whatever that would be.
I mean, I just feel like that would probably be some kind of like, a subheading of found family. Because it's like, they're trying to like support her and like induct her into the group, but you can't. It's like the same as with, now we know Slade. He doesn't want to force her to be part of his court.
Yeah.
He gave her the offer. He gave her the olive branch. He's told her, I want you to join us. You're more than welcome here. Like, you can have your freedom, like all this kind of stuff. But he needs her to choose that for herself. Like, he doesn't want to repeat the same things that Midas has done to her. He's giving her the option of free will, which she's never had before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like that's got to be somewhere under the umbrella of, like, found family somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supportive characters.
I put, like microtrope unique powers.
Yeah.
Like, I love the gold and I love the idea of rot. Like, I feel like it's very interesting.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, different kind of take on magic, and it's kind of interesting to see, like, where's that going to go? Because we have like we have a lot of dark and light symbolism happening. Okay, so themes. Why don't you hit us with some themes?
All right. In this one, positive camaraderie. I don't know. Again, what you were just saying, how it's not that they fear their commander or their king, as we know now both. That's not that they fear him, they respect him, and they are all a part of a team. And then same thing, community, you know, and compassion, just compassion overall for her situation and everything.
Yeah, no, those are all really good themes. I feel like they go really well with, it's like, yeah, we're on a literal journey, but it's like really a symbolic journey too, because in those 2 months, a lot changes within her. I mean, she gets up the courage to tell Midas, like, I don't want to be in a cage anymore, and I don't need to be in a cage anymore. Like, I can, you know, defend myself. I can protect myself. Like, I can take what comes. And he's like, so it's like she figures out that actually, like, him putting her in a cage under the guise of her own protection is actually not real or true. It's like that's being shattered, and I love that whole process. I mean, it's really terrible and very traumatic for her, but I think that I love the way that Raven Kennedy wrote it. It's really impactful, I think.
Yeah, totally.
So I put for themes, regular people being caught in the middle of rulers' schemes for power.
Yeah.
So we notice this a lot with Melina, right? That she's essentially usurping Midas and in his absence, and is trying to manipulate the townsfolk, or whatever you want to call them, to gain favor. Not necessarily to help them or to make anything better, but just to give herself more power. And this plays out in a lot of different ways in this series, but I thought that was important to note.
Yeah.
Also, I did write a little quote down here that Melina says, actually. My father used to say that people are just an unlit wick ready to catch. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Maybe some foreshadowing, perhaps. My second one was being brainwashed into being grateful for your own abuse. I feel like that's a huge one, you know, especially, I just made a note here, the flashback to Midas gifting her cage for the first time and her thanking him for it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was very symbolic, though. It's like she's been so just mistreated in the world so far that to her young eyes, a cage is safety.
Yeah.
And it can, you know, we don't want to completely like detract away from the fact that, yeah, like I'm sure being in a cage at times was probably better than whatever else was going on out there. But that doesn't mean that it's good or that she should be grateful for it.
Yeah. Or that it's even the best option.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he's a king who's supposedly like the most powerful in the kingdom. And she's surrounded by a ginormous castle. There's no reason in the world he needs to keep her in a cage. Like, he could just keep her in the castle at the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hello. Like, that's crazy.
Yep. That's horrible.
And then I put propaganda.
Yeah.
Because we actually see that a lot with specifically Commander Rip and Slade. You know, it's like, ooh, they call you Commander Rip because you rip people's heads off, and they're all just like snickering, like, oh, okay. You know, we find out why. I don't want to give anything away, but we do find out why they call him that later on. So I don't want to give anything away right now. But yeah, it's just interesting how we see, I mean, it's explicit, right? We've got these kingdoms that are all, separate, kind of out for each other at this point. Or out for themselves against each other at this point. And it's kind of interesting to see how each one is so like a caricature of themselves, but especially King Ravenger because he's just so formidable. So interesting.
Yeah.
Why would they make him out to be such a bad guy when perhaps the evidence to prove that it might not fully be there?
Well, as far as I know right now, I love that they are kind of embracing that propaganda and like, that's fine. They're using it to their advantage, Yeah. It's like they want to make this caricature of us. That's fine. We'll use it,
Yeah.
It shows you also how you can use propaganda to serve the greater good sometimes.
Yeah,
it
totally.
can be twisted. Twisted back.
Yeah, it's definitely a both and situation because they are using it. We'll find out even more in the future, like for good in certain ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, let's see. What do we have next? Oh, okay. So I looked up the Goodreads ratings for this one. So I had briefly told you guys before, each book does get a higher rating than the last one. They just kind of keep going up and up. This one has a 4.15 on Goodreads out of about 284,000 ratings.
Yeah.
So not bad.
Yeah.
Better than the first one for sure.
Yes, for sure. And I think that's because we get the character growth. We can see what's happening. It's very good. Let's keep it going. All right. Liz, what's your favorite part in this book?
Look, I have to look at my notes because I literally loved so much of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I just put, I had to, whatever, I can't choose, all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
I put the fight circle with Rip because I always love that moment when, we see that trope a lot, right? In Romantasy books where they're training the FMC who doesn't know how to use her power. The MMC is trying to essentially goad her to get it out of her. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
But I just love that moment between them. That was really important. And similarly, I loved her conversation that she had with Lou.
Yes.
And during the quote section, I'll definitely make sure to share that. But Lou has a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
And I really like that she never once has been rude towards Arin, catty towards Arin, hasn't acted superior or, a know-it-all or separate from her. It's from the very beginning, she was like, grab the other side of that barrel. You're coming with me and you're going to get inducted into she's a girl's girl right off of the bat. And that made me love Lou from literally the first second she was on page.
Chills. Yes.
Yeah. What was your favorite part?
Well, bouncing right off of that, it's literally seeing people in Fourth's Kingdom and in the circle at this camp treating her with genuine kindness for the sake of kindness, for nothing else. They don't want anything from her. And I think this is the first time that we've seen in Oren's life that a female has been kind to her. A male has been kind to her without wanting to sleep with her. So I'm loving this moment for Oren. I think it's very important that sometimes you could just be friends because you could be friends. We don't need the cattiness. You don't need to try to get something out of somebody. And I think that her seeing this is so important for her character growth and development. Because as far as right now, it makes sense for her to be in a cage. Everybody sucks. But maybe everybody doesn't suck, right?
Maybe. Yeah, it's just her world is expanding.
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah. So that was my favorite moment, is seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe is that the quote that you have from Lou? So we can insert it here if that makes sense.
I don't know.
From Lou, there will always be someone who will try to make us choose option one, but don't. Don't lie down and make it easier for the world to keep you under its thumb. Own your shit and choose yourself.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that the one?
Yeah, so I put the full quote down there. So she starts it off, though, with, "We're women in a man's world. I'm sure you know how that is." And she says, "I do." And she says, "Good. Then you know that we have two options. The first is we can conform and be what they want and act to please. It's the safe option." And then she says, "What's option two?" And then she goes into what you just said.
Ooh. Yeah.
I mean, hey, this whole book, when I was looking at my quotes, I was like, the whole book was highlighted. I was like, listen.
Yeah.
I can't, like, I really had to, like, dig deep to, like, choose, like, 5 that I wanted to share because I kid you not when I say this whole book was, like, quotable.
We'd just be reading the book off to you, you know?
Yeah, which maybe we should just, hey, it's story hour.
Hey, we're
you thought
great,
this was...
but we're no Anthony Palomini, okay? So just go listen to it. Start to finish.
My least favorite part was how well Raven Kennedy wrote the scene where Aaron goes back to Midas, expecting him to welcome her with open arms, be so happy to see her, you know, devastated that they've been separated for 2 months and just want the best for her. And he apologizes profusely and then tries to put her right back into a smaller...
But doesn't hold her. Still keeps her at a distance.
Yeah. Because she's gross. Basically because she's gross. Because she's, like, been not showering enough and, like, whatever. Because she's literally been on the road for 2 months. Okay? Like, and he doesn't know that she was treated well by them either. So, like, for all intents and purposes, like, she could have been an actual prisoner this whole time. And he's still like, ew, you haven't taken a bath. So, like, stand over there.
Yeah.
Like, even though she could have been tortured for the last 2 months for all he knows. Like, he doesn't know what happened. So it's hard to really convey, like, this was my least favorite part because it made me feel so, like, devastated and icky, but at the same time, like, it was so important of a part because it was, like, pivotal in her character development. You know, it's times like these in books that really... I start thinking in the moment about the author a lot because, like, and I know nothing about Raven Kennedy's real life whatsoever, so I'm not trying to, like, you know, postulate or, like, make anything up, but it makes me wonder genuinely in moments that are written as well as this moment if you could write that well without experience. And it really just... got to me because it's like that sickening feeling when she realizes that she was never in the cage for her own safety.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And it was all about control. And it was all about, what does he say? What did he say? He said something like he just wants her for her power.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
She said something like, I need something from you. And he says, well, I don't need you. I just need you for your power. And that's when he, like, walks away. And it was like,
yeah, it was like he finally... I think I commented something in the Fable chat that was like, hey, this moment is reminding me a lot about, like, a recent thriller that we read and talked about. Not to say too much.
Yeah.
But it's like this switch that you can see happening. That it's like, you know, I'm one of those people, and I think you are too, right? Where you're reading a part in a book and you're watching it play out like a movie, right? In your mind. And it was like that switch when the facade that Midas puts on, that face of trying to convince her that he's a nice guy who's doing this for her own protection falls. And you see that he's actually evil.
Yeah. Chilling.
And it's chilling.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way that it was written was so just spot on, accurate, believable, and it just reminds me of why, like, reading fantasy can be such an important way to process situations like these. My least favorite part because, yes, it was chilling, but at the same time, one of the most important parts thus far, I would say, in the series.
Yeah, the moment... I think we can say it this way without being spoilery. If you watched The Housemaid, the recent movie, there's a moment in that movie that is what Liz is describing, that you can actually, like, see it. That is the feeling that you get when you're reading this too. Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like that second when your whole perception of not just your perception of that person, but your whole perception of your reality surrounding the life that you've created with this person shatters. And it only takes a second.
Yeah.
And because they've shown you deeply behind the veil who they really are at the core of themselves. And that's what happens during that chapter. And it was really important.
Yeah.
So what about you? What was your least favorite part?
Literally all that, and I cannot say it as eloquently as so.
She does say, I wrote a couple little quotes down about it. She does say, I've been bending over backwards for so long that I forgot I even had a spine.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was a really important, that was like it, things were clicking. Things were starting to click. And she's like, no, I'm going to fight back. Like, you cannot shove me back in there. Like, I can't go back in there. I don't want that.
Feel the puzzle pieces clicking into place, like with each other paragraph, that was another chapter that I felt like I was highlighting everything in, because it's her moment that she figures it all out. The manipulation, he's incredibly quick wit, and he uses it not for being funny and good, but being a horrible person. He can change it so fast. He can manipulate her so quickly. That horrible moment, she accidentally turned her body double gold, and she feels horrible, and he instantly knows how to use it against her, because obviously this has happened once before and it shattered her, and he knew her weaknesses and how to use it against her, because he's been watching her, he knows her, and he knows how to get to her, and he knows how to keep her in that cage. And I'm glad to see that she's trying to get out of it, and she's not just completely shutting down. She's still trying when the book ends.
Yeah. Well, and you can see the mind games. Like, I just pulled up, the quotes that I highlighted from the chapter. You can see the mind games that he's playing with her, because he says, oh, well, if you don't want to get back in the cage, that must be because you betrayed me.
Yeah.
Like, she
instantly flipped it on her.
Yeah. And it says, he's agitated, cheeks reddened, eyes lit with that temper I tried to subdue. I failed miserably in keeping him calm and open to what I have to say. So that puts the responsibility on her to keep her abuser calm. Yep. And then he says, but if you didn't betray me, then prove it. Get into the cage.
Yeah.
And I'm getting chills right now. Yeah. It reminded me of, in the Salem witch trials, when they were like, well, if we tie all these rocks to you and throw you into a stream and you don't float, then you're a witch. But if you do float, you're a witch, right? It's like, literally, he's like, oh, well, if you didn't betray me, then prove it and lock yourself back up into the cage again. It's like, no matter what, you can't win, and she says, I changed my mind. And he says, I didn't give you permission to change your mind.
Oh, my gosh. Oh. Yep.
Yeah. And then he mocks her when she says, can you listen to me? I'm stronger now after these experiences that I've had for the past 2 months. I think that I would be okay to be outside of the cage. And then he mocks her and he says, when I found you, everything was okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's just beating her down again and just trying to manipulate her into thinking that that's her best option. It's the whole thing.
Make her afraid of her own self as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, brutal. Brutal.
Yeah. I mean, she even says he wouldn't hold me for comfort, but he'd hold me for control.
Yeah.
It's like, that's exactly what you were saying before.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's important.
It's important. And like you said, it's a way that people can digest past trauma. I hope they're not experiencing right now, but if they are, see the red flags in a fantasy setting. It's just a little bit hard or easier to digest those things that are going on when we can be removed from it. But we can see we don't want these things for our characters. We sure as hell don't want them for ourselves, and recognize red flags when you're in situations that you need to get out of, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's like, it's a very literal translation, right? It's like Midas is literally wanting to keep her in a cage, right? Mm-hmm. It's like, that's very literal. Okay. Like, that type of subtle manipulation where, lots of times people find themselves in a position where they are very isolated and alone, isn't as literal as a cage, but it is the same type of kind of like erosion of agency and like separation from friends and family and isolation from things that you enjoy, like things like that. So I feel like there's a lot of parallels.
Yeah. I mean, Midas isn't trying to squash the bickering and stuff that goes on between the saddles and her, He wants everybody to be an asshole to her. He wants that. He wants her to have no friends. He wants her to think that the world sucks and this is your best situation. How often do we see that in real life? People isolating.
Because then she thinks that she needs him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep.
So what about least favorite and most favorite characters?
All right. Change it up here. Favorite characters. I love Lou, Judd, and Osric. I love the crew. Yeah.
I love that they're called the Wrath because it's so, like, it makes it sound so, like, formidable. And they are.
Yeah.
But I love the balance. You know, it kind of just reminds me of any great found family, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm liking Rip, guys. I am. I'm giving him a chance. I like him. Not that I didn't like him the first time, but I just wasn't emotionally invested, and I am now. So he's a good dude.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, really, we don't know a whole lot about him at this point.
Right. I mean, and I think I still was pretty skeptical of everybody. Also, just like Oren was, like, or who's going to turn on her, you know, everything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be that way. Seems like they want her for her. They want her to make her own choice. Because Rip could have been like Midas and be like, well, you made the wrong choice. You're still staying. Sorry. You know?
Yeah. I'm going to throw you into a different cage.
Fine. And he knows she'll see. And if she doesn't, well, then I don't know what to do for you. You know, if you still don't see it when you go back. So, yeah.
Who's your least favorite character?
Midas, always and forever. He's the worst. Yeah.
If you had to pick a second who wasn't Midas, who would you pick?
I don't know yet. Maybe Melina's little, like, you know, the advisors. I don't know. They're stupid.
Yeah. They kind of suck.
Because now I'm on the fence about Melina. I want her to do good. I'm happy that she's usurping him. She's kind of a dummy, but she's also been sheltered. So I hope she can rise to the occasion. We'll see where it goes. I don't know. So, hey. She's not on my list yet of anything.
Yeah.
She's on my watch list.
On your watch list.
Yeah.
She should be. I mean, that's the thing. She's intentionally not good or bad right now, right? She's like, I mean, she kind of sucks, but she's also like, I think has some good intentions and also bad intentions.
Yeah.
We have to see how it pans out.
Yeah.
Favorite character. I put Lou. She's my favorite character right now, but I also do love Judd and Osric as well, and Rip for sure. I also love Rissa. I think that she's really smart, and I'm excited to see where that goes. Least fave. I mean, hello. Like, obviously, Midas is literally one of the scariest, in my opinion, villains that we've read about. Because he's personal, too. I think that's the thing. We read about a lot of, like, villains who want power or want to take over the realms or, like, whatever. But he's specifically terrible to her.
Yeah.
Specifically. It's like, ugh, it's so gross.
Yeah.
But I also put Melina, ? Because I feel like in this book, her behavior sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nothing compared to Midas, and she wants to screw him over. So I'm like, well,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah.
He deserves it. But also she's very, there could be better ways to do what she's trying to accomplish. So, but she's figuring it out.
Yeah.
Should we get into the quote section?
Let's do some quotes. Let's ping pong.
Okay.
All right. I've worn a crown my entire life, and I'm finally going to wield it, says Queen Melina. Let's see.
Because they didn't let her be a queen because she doesn't have magic. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is from Rip. I can't wait to see the rest of you when you let it go. When you finally let that out, your fury is going to light up the spirit you've shadowed. He looks like someone who's won, boasting in superiority. I hope you burn so bright that you scorch your golden king down to ash.
Zah!
So good. So good.
After all, I've been lying to myself for years. Pretty lies cover up a lot of ugly truths. Aw.
Sometimes, he murmurs, things need first to be ruined in order to be remade.
Yes. But I'm looking now. I'm not romanticizing the 15-year-old self that I was. I don't like what I see. 15 years old. 15.
And she's supposed to just be cool with the choices that were made when she was 15 for literally the rest of her life till she dies. Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe ignorance isn't a vice, but a reprieve. And a reprieve into ignorance is something I've done myself many times.
Oh, my goodness. So this is the big moment for Oren. Because like I said, I
highlighted a lot in that chapter. So such a pivotal moment in her growth. My mind blares with that realization in my head, and with it, everything, every single tattered pain, ignored, doubt, shoved aside feeling, they all come barreling out. I let him put me in a prison. Oh.
Yeah.
She didn't know she was 15.
Yeah. Literally, like, just to piggyback off that, I put, how did I mistake an owner for a lover?
Yeah. Truly. Oh my gosh.
So let's see. I have one more. I mean, I have a billion more, but I have one more I want to say.
Okay.
No, Oren, you're the one that needs to burn. You need to spark to life and fight. Stop letting him dull you. Stop letting the whole fucking world trample you, he shouts, making me flinch from the vehement demand. If you tried, you could shine brighter than the fucking sun. Instead, you've chosen to sit back and wither.
Oh, yeah. Oh, rip. Oh, yeah. So this is that quote we were referring to. So he hesitates a moment and then says, I love you, but I don't need your forgiveness, precious. I need your power. That's what it is. Boom. Okay, so this is one funny bonus one because we got to lighten up the mood a little bit over here on Best in the Books, okay? Soldier says, Commander, I must insist that you don't touch King Midas's favored. Ostrich, I must insist that you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I know. I love it so much.
Yes, I love that this found family that's forming has that witty banter we all love, and they're fun and they're silly. And again, they're showing RN other types of people in the world, and not everybody sucks. Oh.
I will say, without giving too much more away, that Osric ends up being one of my favorite characters in this whole series.
I can see it. He's great.
He's such a good character.
Yeah.
Okay, can't wait to see where his arc goes. You all will love it. Trust me.
Turn it off, so I'll stop the show. I'm reading. Let's go.
I know. I literally was texting Ashley before this. I was like, I can start book 3 today.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just talk about it really quick since you didn't remember the spice. How was the spice?
Unremarkable.
Unremarkable, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, at this point...
It's Melina and her male saddle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like transactional. They're not in a relationship. They're not, like, it's not a significant storyline at this point or relationship. So we don't really have any spice in this book that is going anywhere interesting. Like, we still haven't gotten there. We're not at that point yet. We're in the very preliminary beginnings of trying to figure out who's going to be together.
Yeah. And I felt like any other spice wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree. I love a good spicy romantasy, and I'm perfectly fine with the fact that up until this point, literally all we have gotten was one whisper of a kiss between Rip and Aaron. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else has been tension building, banter, mostly with him poking and prodding her to try to get her to see the reality that's in front of her eyes, but then also her own power.
Yeah. And I think that's very intentional too with Raven Kennedy to not have them go farther than that kiss as well, because we have to read about characters that have that, okay, now I slept with this guy and I need to figure out those feelings also. And is that manipulating the way I feel about Midas? We don't want any of that. We want her to see her life for what it is without, an other romantic relationship in the way.
Totally.
So I really appreciate that she took the story the way she did.
Well, and I think that's intentional with Slade too. He doesn't want her, running from Midas directly into his, quote unquote protection or into his arms. Like, he recognizes, because at this point we're living under somewhat of the assumption that Slade probably knows more about what she is, right?
Yeah.
He's Fae too. So it's like he knows something. And so he knows what she's capable of, at least to a degree. And so he needs her to like step into her own independent power before he wants her to even try to think about like a romantic relationship moving forward with someone else. You know,
Yeah.
she needs to come to that conclusion on her own. So I appreciate that about his character.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, hey, Ashley, would you read the next one if we weren't doing it for the podcast?
Yes, I did. I will. Let's go. What about you?
Let's go. Yeah. I mean,
You were waiting for the day that we could reread it. Yeah.
yeah. Like literally I've been waiting for this day for a couple years.
Yeah, for sure.
Here we go. We're
Here
finally
we
here.
are. Yeah. Did you listen to the audiobook at all this time?
Yeah, I did. I think majority was Kindle this time, but I'm very much like I have all of them on Kindle and all of them. I mean, they're all on KU. So I have all of them on Kindle and then all of them on audiobook as well because I got them during the last Audible sale. And so I'm just fully bouncing back and forth, just whatever is convenient at that time.
Great.
The audiobook's great. It's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
No
good,
notes,
good.
no complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did Kindle this time, and then I had purchased the audio for Gleam, I think is the next one, for back when I was reading these. So I will be switching to audio for the next one fully. Feel like we'll get more of Rip's voice in this one too. So, hey, excited for that. I have some Audible reviews. So it gets a 4.7 out of 4.3 thousand. Hello, that's really good. 4.8 out of 5 for performance. Huh?
I didn't understand that
Sorry.
statistic. You said out of 4.3 thousand. I don't know what that means.
4,300.
Okay, all right. Great.
Yeah, I did
That's
say
what
that.
I thought, but I was like, wait, what?
Well, it's weird because 4.7, 4.3. Yeah, 4,300 roughly reviews. 4.7 overall. Performance, 4.8 out of 5. Story, 4.7 out of 5. And someone gave a shout out to Sir Anthony. Anthony, or anything Anthony is in, I always listen to it. Makes everything so amazing and alive. Lily is also so amazing. This book is so good. Slow burn. My Rip.
Yeah.
People said
Literally.
even better than the first book. Excellent story and voice actors. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. See if there's any more. It's so, I
Agreed on
wish
all
that
counts.
Audible would let us do like 1 star and stuff, you know? But it doesn't. It just lists as most recent.
Oh, okay.
So that's what sucks. But it's a
Okay,
lot of 5
listen.
stars.
If you're rating this book, the audiobook, I mean the book in general, but the audiobook a 1 star, like, are you okay?
Yeah. I want to, that's why I want to read it. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't find the 1 stars. There might not be 1 stars, but in general, Audible doesn't let you sort that way, which is really annoying.
Yeah.
But I know, right? Are you okay? Are you okay out there? Do you need?
Have you
do need a
listened to
friend?
another audiobook?
Yeah.
It's like, in the scheme of audiobooks, you don't get much better than this, let's be honest.
Yeah.
How was this as a follow-up? Like, how was it as a book 2?
Great.
Great.
In my reread, great.
Yeah.
In my first read, it was hard. So I see you guys that are struggling. It was hard.
Okay. So you can
But
relate
get
to
over
that.
it.
Get over that. But, like, seriously, though.
Well,
like,
yeah. In a not mean way. Get over it. Keep going. You're doing it wrong. Trust me. I did too.
oh, boo-hoo. Like, put on the Audible. Listen to Anthony Palmini in your ears. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, we don't
Yeah.
feel sorry for you. But no, seriously.
Aaron is a really difficult character at the beginning. Like, I get it. But now we know why, right? She's manipulated. She was stunted, literally. She had nothing to help her grow as a person until she got out of her cage.
No perspective.
Can't fault her for that.
Yeah.
15!
Literally, I think this is the perfect book 2 because it didn't move the plot along too fast. It accomplished what it needed to accomplish as far as character development for Aaron goes, and a little bit of relationship building with her and the Wrath and with Rip. You know, to go back to what we were talking about with book 1 being a really hard struggle and slog for a lot of people, I do not know that there would be a way to show Aaron's growth of her literally breaking free from the cage that holds her without first establishing why she's in that cage and how much that has stifled her power, her personality, her perspective, like all those things. It couldn't have been possible to do that well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what would... I feel like that would have been too oversimplified and would have ruined her character arc if Raven Kennedy was like, so, you know, she's been in a cage for 10 years and now we're just going to blow right past that and like start at the good stuff. No.
Right. You need to know why. You need to know how far the manipulation went. You need to know, you need to see all of this. Yeah, I couldn't change a thing. I wouldn't, couldn't, won't, shouldn't, won't.
So stay the course, my friends.
Yes. Trust the process.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. So do you have any last words to say? Plot holes, unanswered questions you feel like need addressing, etc.
So, is it that Midas has no magic at all? He's using Auron. I feel like that's safe to say at this point.
Yeah.
Because what power does he speak of? It's not her ribbons that she mostly hides, you know?
What would be his vested interest in keeping her trapped if she did not have power that he needed? He even admits it. He admits that he just needs her power. What does that mean?
Yeah.
That's huge. The other big question is, well, I have a couple. What's going on with Melina in this weird-ass map? Okay?
Yeah. What's going on there?
We thought that didn't exist anymore. What's happening with that? Okay, that's important to kind of take a mental note of.
Yeah.
The other one is, why in the world would, Rip, King Ravenger, be negotiating with Midas over, what is it called now? Basically, like that freaking mountain town in the snow out in the middle of BFE. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
what's there?
Let's see. I want to specifically talk about what it's called because I can't remember. Deadwell. It's called Deadwell.
Deadwell. Yeah.
Why? What's up there?
Why? It's not nothing, I'll tell you that, because why would he want it if it was nothing? You know?
Yeah. So maybe keep that in the back of the mind too. What strategy are we perhaps going to look at with that?
Yep.
Any Easter eggs you picked up that you want to mention?
Okay, we've said this quote before, but I'm going to say it again in this one. And if you know, you know, but this is a very important quote, and it's not spoilery because Rip says it in this book, book 2, Glint. Okay. I can't wait to see the rest of you. When you let it go, when you finally let that out, your fury is going to light up the spirit you've shadowed. He looks like someone who's won, boasting in superiority. I hope you burn so bright that you scorch your golden king down to ash.
Yeah. So it's the same quote I said earlier, but it's like, literally what? Interesting. Interesting. What could that mean? We'll just leave you at that.
Okay. There we go.
Well, there's one. Okay, so there's one more little Easter egg.
Okay.
That I noticed that was not the gigantic dinosaur egg. Okay. The quote is, the sun flees and my gold touch magic flees with it. So like last time when I was like, does the sunlight have anything to do with her power? It's kind of seeming like there is a direct correlation there. So what does that mean?
Yeah.
So also keeping that in mind.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely something's up.
Do you have any bonus questions?
I couldn't think of any other ones.
Okay.
So what about you?
No, I feel like that pretty much like sums up this book. It's a journey to Auron figuring out what she wants in her life and being locked in a cage for the rest of it.
Yeah.
Not it.
My prediction would be the next one. Okay, she's decided she doesn't want in this cage. How is she going to escape from it? What's going on? Like, how pissed is Midas going to be that freaking Rip Ravenger Slate is there? You know?
Yeah. And he's thinking like, oh, okay, like I got off easy. I gave him this weird freaking mountain town out in the middle of nowhere no one cares about. And he's just going to leave with his army. Well, is that what's going to happen? Is it?
Well, they know they could stay for like a week or whatever. A little rendezvous is.
Yeah.
So, but Midas is pretty possessive, pretty crazy. But he also doesn't realize what he's up against here because he's just a dummy. So
he's pretty delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worked in his favor for a long time.
It
Very
has.
manipulative. So
it has.
Why wouldn't it?
that is something that I'm curious, that I think that I am probably going to pay more attention to the second read is how did Tyndall get here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like that's another really interesting piece of the story because he was not, I mean, we know that he took the throne essentially from Melina by marrying her, but how did we get here? So that's one of the things that I do appreciate about these books is the really interesting flashbacks and like little pieces of lore. There wasn't necessarily a lore section like I did last time for this one that I thought was particularly important. But I will continue to make those little notes in there if I feel like we need them in the future. But that's definitely something I'm going to be paying closer attention to. Like how, because it's not like he's from a long line of royalty. He's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a nobody.
He's like a nobody that somehow got to where he is by shockingly stealing power from women. Oh.
Yeah. Well,
what a theme.
A surprise.
What a theme.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you feel good about Glint, Book 2 in the Plated Prisoner series, then I think it's safe to say that we could close the chapter on this one and get started on Book 3, which is Gleam, right?
Gleam. Yes.
All right.
How about an Unhinged Smasher Pass? Let's go. Ding, 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 ding. You have one for me?
I do. Okay, so Ashley has mentioned a couple times that she went and saw the new Anaconda movie. So it got me thinking.
Okay.
About Jack Black, specifically.
Oh, okay.
So this version of Smasher Pass is a choose your adventure. Choose your Jack Black. Go.
Okay. I have to pick a Jack Black?
Pick a Jack Black.
Oh. He's so great. I love him. I'd like to hang out with him someday. Not as a smash, but if I have to pick a smash. It's hard because we just did
Bowser.
Bowser. Is it cheating if I say Bowser? Because he's the voice of Bowser.
No,
and
yeah,
he's a
cheating.
turtle dragon.
No, you have to pick human Jack Black playing a human character.
Okay, well, let me look at his IMDb because I'm going to forget somebody.
See, that's funny because I immediately knew who I would pick.
Oh.
But I can't tell you till after you tell me because I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it?
Nacho Libre. Let's go. I don't know. No rhyme or reason to me. What can I say? He's great. He's romantic. He loves her with a passion. You know? Yeah. Let's go with that.
See, I picked his character in The Holiday because he's such a sweet baby angel in that movie. I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went through too, but I still didn't love that he kept going back to her, and he's also kind of a dummy, and he doesn't see what's right in front of him either. Like, neither of them do, so.
I think for me, it's like everyone's so obsessed with Jude Law in that movie, and he's just never been my cup of tea. I was always Jack Black in that for that movie, and so it bothered me, you know?
I've only ever been for Jude Law in that movie. Anything else, though, I'm like,
For Jude Law?
Yeah, Jude Law.
No. He's
I
not
love
my
Jack
cup of
Black,
tea.
but his character does bug me a lot in that movie. That's why.
See, Jude Law's character just like there's nothing about his character that like I necessarily like. Like I'd be like, okay, I'm going back to the US. Goodbye.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what do you have for me?
Dude, he was in Waterworld.
Wait, Jack
We
Black?
gotta watch that. It says he was in Waterworld.
We were already talking about watching Waterworld when I come down there to visit you next month.
Watching
so
it.
now
It's
we
official.
have to. What if that's his best character and we didn't even know it?
I'm sure he's just a little like side character.
Hey.
It's like down low on the list.
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah. And I couldn't pick like School of Rock or anything just because his character, like I love School of Rock. It's one of my favorites, but you know, he's also kind of a schlub. That's just, you know. Yeah, that's good. Good dude. 10 out of 10. Okay. Mine for you is, I don't think we've done this before. Smog. Dragon from the Hobbit.
The dragon with Benedict Cumberbatch's voice? Smash, smash, smash.
Smash, smash. No further questions, Your Honor. Goodbye.
We need the gavel.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, I got a gold gavel right here.
Yeah. He's grumpy. He's old. He's got gold. He's, like I said, Benedict Cumberbatch's voice. Like, he's literally in Middle Earth. Like, I don't know. Hello. I
do really want to slide down a pile of treasure also. You know?
Yeah.
A good slide, like cling, 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 cling.
Yeah, but
Little,
also like that kind of like incorporates his tail a little bit too, though.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Guide me. Make sure I don't run into anything.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There you go.
It'd be so fun in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. A cave of wonders.
Cave of Wonders.
Great.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, Smog
Cool.
for sure. I do have to say before we sign off that I did have my paperback indie version of Glint here sitting next to me that I was going to use had I needed it for anything. I hadn't looked at this, but the dedication of Glint is dedicated to those who see no bars but still feel caged. Fly.
Oh.
I know.
Raven.
Thank
Kennedy.
you. Thank you for this.
Truly. Truly.
So on that note,
Yes.
do you feel good about closing this chapter, moving on to the next?
Ready to move on. What about you guys? Yeah? Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And make sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you like to listen to favorite podcasts, including YouTube. And we're also on Instagram and TikTok. Go search Besties in the Books podcast. We're everywhere, including Romantasy BookCon LA 2026. So we hope to see you guys there, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.